So I can trust you with the baby. This is gonna be okay.
Yes. Our scholars are still trying to decipher the true meaning of the child. You know the words, though, correct? You've heard them yourself?
Neil, do I know the words?
Yeah. Everyone knows this legend of the child. Astaire and Martha joined one day, a child to make to keep Ferocity at bay. The mark of honor, the symbol of pride. It is with this child our hopes will ride.
Okay. Yeah, I recite them then.
Yeah.
I try to start like guessing the words as you're saying them, but I'm just having the worst time, just fucking it up completely.
Alright, so I just give like a officer nod type of thing and I walk out as soon as
As you guys turn to leave, you make your proper bows and whatnot and start to exit, and he calls after you just a few words saying, "Consider this a test. If this goes well, we could really use the help."
I turn back as we're walking out and I say, as we pass this mission, with great ease I will expect, I hope you will put us on a much more important project.
Believe me,
this may be beneath our group.
Our ability to resupply our weapons and armor is of the utmost importance. Our furnaces burn from wood, not from coal. We cannot build more weapons until we have enough fuel to properly run our forges. This is an important mission. And if she pauses, does anything suspicious, if she looks like she's about to betray us, I trust you will all make the right decision.
Oh yeah, cut their fucking head off.
Well, I mean, we'll talk to her. Like, we will talk to her. I promise.
Yeah, with their head cut the fuck off.
I just kind of like look back at you almost with a glare, and I'm just like, I don't know if we'll be friends, mister. But
I'm sure it'll be fine.
General, we must leave at once. You know, do the mission. We gotta do it. We'll be back. I just kind of like walk and hobble. I more waddle as I go down the hallway. And I would hope that people follow. As we're in the hallway, if Leia is near me, I'm just like, Leia, is it Leia? Is that how you?
Yes.
So sorry for calling you out in front of the general. It's just bad form. You just don't do that in the future. It's not good, you know.
Okay.
Okay, good. No problem. No, I don't got a problem with you. No problem.
I don't have a problem with you either.
Fantastic.
I say let's keep it that way.
Of course. No problems. Where are we going? I just kind of like clap my hands together.
We're heading towards Rustwood.
Yeah. You guys hop aboard a supply train that is headed to Rustwood. It's not too difficult. At this point, the war effort has been going poorly. The leadership is starting to splinter. There seems to be a lot more arguing going on, and people's morale has been taking a nosedive lately. To this end, organization is kind of falling apart. You can pretty much hop on whatever cart, and people aren't going to question you. The security is lax. If there's anything that's like, unless it's coming across the river, people really don't give a fuck what you do. You can pretty much go wherever you need and do whatever you want.
Okay. So we walk out of this. We get out of this building, and we're in the middle of the street.
Yeah, I mean, you leave the building and you're still in the keep, but there you see off to the side there's like the supply train that should be leaving in the next, tomorrow, basically.
Sure. I turn to the party. Guys, right? Come here, follow. And I just kind of walk over there. Happily.
Did I get other clothes beside the Varasi ones?
Yes. During the period of time where you had to rest and refresh yourself, they brought you new clothing.
Okay, so I'm full health now?
Yeah. Some other healer came up and healed you. It's fine.
Okay.
So we rested a day, Neil?
You haven't rested a full day, but you will take off tomorrow so you can rest tonight and memorize spells and whatnot. No big deal.
Okay, cool.
I will go up to the caravan. I'm like, good sir, we require travel to... I think for a second, I turn back to Marius. I'm like, Marius, what was the name of that town? Ridgewood? Ravenwood?
Rustwood.
Rustwood. That's the one, sir. We would like to go to Rustwood. It's
a good thing you said Rustwood, because that's the only place we're going.
Great. I like you already, because that's the only place we're going.
Good. See you tomorrow.
What time?
Sun up.
All right, guys, I'll see you at sunup.
Okay. Is there anything that you guys would like to do before you head to Rustwood, or are we just going to Rustwood?
From what I've understood, which creatures are we going to be facing? Like, do I have a general ID? Do I think that it's like phased creature or ethereal?
They specified a certain creature in the discussion.
Do you ask the party?
They said creatures with tentacles. You didn't see the name.
No,
of it.
there's a very specific creature they mentioned that is neither here nor there. It's hard to see.
You know this really well.
With long
Yeah, I think it's the
tentacles,
I know it's the displacer beast, but my character, I don't know.
Oh no,
if
he said displacer
He
beast.
said displaced.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
do I know enough about the displacer beasts to know that they're ethereal creatures? Are they?
You are familiar with them. They are. I wouldn't call them ethereal creatures. They are creatures of the prime materia plane, which is where you guys are. They are just semi-magical creatures, or actually fully magical creatures. You have dealt with them before, and as an agent of Felicity, you would know that displacer beasts have been bred by Felicity's unit, just to spread terror and fear. Like they will, Felicity was never all there. She was a little bit touched, which is kind of what made her so effective. Is that she was a little bit crazy and everyone was scared of her. And one of her actions was to breed displacer beasts and then unleash them into the forests around cities, so that people, were terrified and needed Veracity personnel to protect them from the displacer beasts.
So you're telling me she killed Jackery?
I'm not saying
She
she
was a
killed
little bit
Joffrey.
quacky at the end there.
I'm saying that she, she's a
Red
little touched.
beast that ended up killing Jackery. It's okay, Neil. I
Yeah.
get it now.
Yeah, okay, there you
You
go.
have a twisted sense of humor. It's fine.
Are you fast traveling us to Rustwood?
Yeah, I was just going to see if there's
Okay.
anything else you want to
Yeah,
do
on
the way.
the caravan, I would approach Leia. I have heard whispers about you.
What did you hear?
Not very good things. They say you are a spy. They say you have betrayed your old party, and now you are with us.
Betrayed my old party. What do you mean?
That is what they say.
Which party are they referring to? Veracity or otherwise?
The other party, the small one.
Can we hear this or no? Did you pull her aside secretly?
Yeah, aside.
Okay.
Nah, I didn't betray them. I betrayed the Veracity.
So you are saying the whispers are not true?
Well, they were right in the first part that I was a spy originally. So that part was true.
And what of your party? They say that that they have been killed, and you are
Yeah,
the only
did that.
survivor.
Yeah. They were reckless. And they got killed. And I left with the baby because that was the mission that I set for myself, actually.
Well,
I had one goal and I completed it. Right now I have one new goal, which is to do this mission, and I will complete it. That's how I
see.
work.
So the mission comes before your, I won't say friends, but party members.
Yes. I will complete the mission. And it's the way it should be. You should all treat it this way too.
I just sort of nod, and that's all I want to do on the trip.
Okay. Anything else anyone wants to do before we arrive?
Who else is on the supply train?
Just all of us.
It's the four of you, and then the people who are driving the wagons, and a couple of older soldiers who you wouldn't really trust in the front lines, but you still need someone to guard the wagons. And so it's, the guys who are like 50 and 60 years old who just picked up spears. Like, they're not veteran soldiers, they're just old people who are trying to help out with their spears.
I'm talking with. I'm going around to them and trying to inspire them like a frontline war priest would do. Just saying jokes and being friendly with them and trying to cheer them up.
How long is the trip, Neil?
The trip is...
A couple hours?
No, a couple days.
Oh, okay. Well, throughout the entire trip, if anything needs to be done or anything is asked of me, I immediately do it without question. And I'm just generally nice in everything that I do.
Nice.
Even if it's like, go clean the fucking shit from the bucket, I still do it with a smile on.
All right. It's very considerate of you. No one actually asks anything of you. There are people that are... There's a lot of stuff going on, but no one's really, You are... How do I want to say this? You outrank them. So they would never ask you to do anything. These guys are like the fucking horse...
How do they know my
guards.
rank?
By the fact that you have heavy weapons and armor. Like,
Okay.
you don't have any necessarily rank on you, but just
Because
kind
of
of
my
you're a
equipment.
soldier, you
Sure.
drive wagons. Soldier takes order, is more important
Okay.
than wagon driving.
Well, I don't give a single order to anyone.
Okay.
And I generally just try to take care of them. Any way I
Okay.
can. And we do that, I guess, for a couple days.
There we go. So, let's just fast travel. It takes about 6 days to get to the area that you're going, to Rustwood. It is basically it's a logging town. It's a town that has been built for the specific purpose of logging this entire forest. There's just a lot of saws and sawdust everywhere, and big open mills where people are working on things, chopping shit up, and getting it ready to go. There's people out there whittling arrows and people carving spears, shafts. People building wagons, wagon wheels, anything that you would want built out of wood is just being built en masse over here by thousands of workers.
During those
there's-
days, can I read magic on my spells, like the 3 scrolls, to know what they are?
Yes, you may. I guess, JP, how much time do we have for break?
About 15 minutes.
Okay, so you guys
Maybe a
arrive
little
in
more.
Rustwood. I will give you your spells in just
25
a minute.
minutes, actually.
Okay. Is there anything you guys want to do here, or are you just going to head into the woods and start hunting displacer beasts?
Do we have gear, by the way, Neil? You were saying you're gonna do something about that, or
That we'll get to that a little bit later.
Would I think
We'll get there, though. I promise.
I would at least think to myself if I think that detect face would be useful for displacer beasts, because I'm not really I read the spell description, but I'm
What's
not
the
sure
spell? Detect phase?
Yeah, like creatures or objects that are phased are detected. Like, I don't know if it would even help at all. Like, I know that they kind of blink and shit. I figured maybe that would help know where they are exactly.
No.
No.
No. I don't think this will... Well, wait a minute. That is in the border ethereal plane.
Well, I would at least detect the portal, but I feel like, shouldn't we see the portal?
And Neil, for this final day, I'll drop Silence, Enchant, and take on 2 more Cure Moderate Wounds.
Okay, just... Can you put it in the...
Sure.
Yeah, just copy-paste it. Because I'll never remember that.
Are you looking
are
up
they?
a spell right now, Neil?
No, I'm looking up to see if displacer beasts are ethereal or...
Oh, okay. Well, I would say, when we get there, instead of just, jumping off, I address the party. I'm like, does anyone know how to deal with a displacer beast? My uncle always said, to be prepared is to plan, and to plan is to be prepared. So let's be both. Let's be prepared and let's make a plan. You know what? Let's do it. Right?
I
Does anyone
agree.
know?
Planning is the thing I recommend in every situation.
Detect phase will not work on displacer beasts.
Okay, then I shall... Well, but it would help me see the portal, but wouldn't I see it anyway?
Yeah, you will probably see the portal anyway. They described it as having a lot of light around it when it goes off.
So what's the point of detect phase?
Well, if you are battling anything that's ethereal,
So not that.
yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of very specialized spells. Someday
Alright.
you may find someday you might be like, shit, we're fighting a ghost. I really need detect phase.
Yeah.
That's one of those crucial things.
Alright, well, it's like the hold portal spell. How useful today.
Hold portal?
Well, portal can be useful if someone's holding the portal. Hey,
Well-
we're actually going up against the portal today.
Yeah, I can keep it open.
Yeah. It's good. So I'm just plan is Leia, you said you know about these things. What can we expect?
Neil, what do I know about these things?
Everything that Jen knows about these things, and you fought them in many different campaigns now.
Yeah. Well, I know that sometimes you think you hit them, but you actually don't. But sometimes you do. So they kind of blink a little bit and phase out.
Okay.
But apparently they're not from a different phase.
Okay.
As interesting as that is.
I have no idea what any of that means, but basically sometimes we will hit them, but we won't, is what you're saying.
Sometimes you will think that you're about to hit them and you don't. Yeah.
How do we know when we've hit them?
When you'll hit them, you know.
Marius,
kind of
avoid anything. I'm very confused.
mosey over to
They're
what is
evil.
his name? Marius.
Marius.
Yeah.
Marius. I say, why do they call you Father Swifthorse?
That was not my father. That was just the man I served.
Why do they call the man you served Swifthorse?
I think they were poking fun at him.
The bastards. Yeah, he says bastards like a New Yorker. Apparently, I can't get away from that. Look, friends, we've faced quite a few displacer beasts. You just kind of hit them till they stop moving.
Okay, that hit him till he stopped moving. Leia, we good?
They'll cut you good. They're dangerous, but yeah, you just kind of keep hitting them.
Okay. That's the plan. Hit them till they don't move.
All I care about is if they bleed. If they can bleed, I will kill them.
Do they have blood, Leia? Is there blood?
I don't remember.
I don't know if they bleed,
Fucking
Marius.
Of course they got blood, for God's sakes. Yes, you hit it with your your weapons, your bow or your creepy voice. I don't care. You just hit it.
Blood
and it
confirmed.
dies.
Marius, we've got blood. I think you're good. I think
A
we're
grin
good.
comes over my face.
Okay, where are we going? What are we doing?
Last question.
Yes.
Would I think that detect invisibility would work on them? Because I don't
Nope.
really understand what
Well-
what they have.
Then try it.
Are they evil? I guess they are. Do I know if they're evil?
Evil is difficult to for a creature to be evil. It has to be very strongly aligned evil. You can decide what you think displacer beasts are, if they're evil or not. But usually, an evil creature would be like a big ass dragon who's super smart and evil. If it's difficult to be evil if you're not smart enough to understand morality. So if you think displacer beasts are intelligent enough to understand morality and can be evil, then detect evil might work on them. Might detect them in general, or protection from evil might protect you from them in some way.
Alright.
All right, hit it till it bleeds. When it bleeds enough, it'll die. That's the plan. We're prepared. Do we know where we're going?
Yes, well, Jen was casting read magic on her scrolls. Jen, one of
Okay.
those scrolls is Globe of Invulnerability.
Okay.
The second one is Wall of Force.
Yeah.
And the third is Anti-Magic Shell.
Cool. Thank you, Varasi.
Okay,
good.
you have arrived in Rustwood. You've given your speech to your troops about how to deal with these suckers, and you asked the locals about where they exist. Now, Rustwood, I guess you guys can't see the map because it's probably not updated yet,
It's not yet.
but Rustwood is about a day away from the forest. It used to be 2 days into the forest, but that section of land has since been cleared of wood and trees and shit. And pretty much as far as the eye can see, there are just tree stumps everywhere. A hippie's worst nightmare.
Okay. Do we know what direction we're going?
South by southwest.
We don't have trees or horses.
Do we
South
have,
by
we have
southwest is the trees. You have no horses. You will have to walk the rest of the way.
It looks like we're hoofing it, friends.
Oh,
But, minus the hoofs.
yeah, I don't have horse feet. Also, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna be a little slow. I might be. Are you okay? I mean, look
That's
at this.
quite all right, friend. You look like you would be slow.
Thank you. I take that as that way. I just kind of like point
Okay.
off into the distance.
You guys take off. You gather some supplies from Rustwood, just enough food and water to get you for like a week or so out in the woods. And you guys take off. It is a pretty boring and desolate, kind of spooky journey, just kind of walking through this place where once a great forest was, and now there's just tree stumps as far as the eye can see. You know, some of them are tiny, some of them are huge, and you look at the destruction that's been caused by this war, just the amount of devastation to this area.
As we go, Neil, I tell them stories from the front lines. I'm a bit of a talker. They begin to learn.
Do you have any stories you want to tell us that you want to make up for us?
There's one time the soldier, he was fighting this fucking orc, and his tooth got cut in the breast.
Oh,
of the
that's terrible. Did he
his
survive?
tooth was cut in his nipple, and he ripped it out, and his whole fucking peck just starts bleeding everywhere.
Did he
We
survive?
were laughing our asses off. He ended up dying. What?
He died. That's a. Why did you tell that story?
Well, it's a fucking riot, man. He died from breast. He breast dead.
He died. That's a
He
really
breast
sad
dead.
story.
You get the punchline for.
No, there's no. The
Christ,
punchline is that he died, and that's not a good punchline.
Well, I mean, it's he's alive somewhere.
No,
Just
he's
not there.
dead. When you die, and you're dead.
Look, friend, if you're on the front lines and you see enough death, eventually it becomes hilarious. It's fucking funny when you see it sometimes.
What was his name?
Probably something like Barry.
Rest in peace, Barry. It was nice
Barry.
to hear your story.
Did you just say breast in peace? See, I knew you'd get it eventually.
I kind of like chuckle under my breath. No, I said rest in peace, Barry. Rest in peace, Barry.
Shit. Well, you'll get it eventually. It's fucking hilarious.
okay.
If you keep doing it.
All right. Please
That
don't.
was,
I don't want to hear any more stories about death. I don't like
I'll
it.
tell you a good one.
Is it
Pleasant
death?
one.
I think that
No.
was an amusing tale, Wojtek. Perhaps we can make a new tale of our own today here on these beasts.
I believe so.
Are
yes.
you gonna rip your nipple out and die?
I fucking hope not. I want to keep my nipples.
No, I'm talking to the guy that talks all weird.
Maurice, don't bother him. He's
Okay. I won't. I'm sorry,
I-
Morris. I won't bother you.
I look at Marius and I'm like, this is really the party they have given me.
Look at who?
Marius.
I will hold my judgment until I see them in combat.
I guess we'll see.
I know that you will be impressed by mine. The other two, I cannot say.
Maurice,
I hope
I
it's-
like the way you talk. I'll keep my eye on you.
I
Instead
do
of
like it.
just goes one eye.
No, please. Eye on the fight. Don't. You got one eye, Wojtek. You gotta.
The one eye sees a lot though. It's a fucking good eye. This one.
I mean, I would put it on the enemies if I was fighting, but you know what you're doing.
Oh, I gotta put it on nothing. I gotta keep it in my head. This is the only one I got. Fucking
Well-
see, I knew you'd make the joke eventually.
Again, that's a really gross tale. Let's walk. Let's keep going.
Well-
Please, no more stories.
We all got
Please.
one-eyed monsters. It's just I have one in my head too.
Please. You're a very crude man. I don't like you.
Okay, so you guys proceed. The first day is pretty boring. Lots of cut down trees. Winds are high. There's no animals around. It's lame. You rest in the open, finding what scraps you can to start a fire and keep yourselves warm and have a nice warm meal. And the next day, you proceed into the woods themselves. The woods are kind of spooky in that it's clear that there's a mining operation or a logging operation going on. There are tools all over the place. There are saws that are like still stuck partially in trees. Axes embedded in trees are laid on the ground. There's a couple of wagons that are half loaded but left empty. There's some dead horses that look like they've had their throats ripped out by some beast just lying in front of these wagons. It's as if all the humans disappeared, completely
blood?
vanished. A couple of horses died. Oh, there's plenty of blood. A couple of horses got brutally murdered, and everyone just left everything exactly how they were. It's like a ghost town.
How
I
big is
do
this?
believe we found the
I-
scene of the crime.
Yes. I want to warn you guys before we enter combat, though, that I am a spellcaster, so do not be shaken when you see me casting spells. There might be some fire involved, maybe some electricity. I will not aim it at you. It will always be at enemies. So
Great. That I like the plan. We're prepared. Also,
And
I'm
I
sorry,
also-
Wojtek. I do
I-
like you. That I was just a little bit lost. Anyway.
Alright,
And
so
I
quite
tend
all
to
right.
go
Of
invisible.
course.
Uh,
You tend to go invisible. What
Yeah,
do you mean?
what
by
does that mean?
I am not a fighter, obviously, so I tend to once I'm
You're a
out
lover.
of spell or once
You're
I
a
want
lover,
to
not
get
the
a
fighter, right?
tactical- Yes.
You look like a lover.
Neil, are we to the
I winked
area
at
that
him.
we think these beasts are going to be?
Yeah, you suspect these
As we're
signs.
riding, I pull out my bow.
we're walking.
And,
There's no
I'm
more
gonna
this.
cast Locate Creature, Displace the Beast.
just prepare to fire on something.
Also, I guess when we see all this blood, I say all of that stuff I just said, and then I guess I can't reach it. I turn to Wojtek. I'm like, Wojtek, can you lower the visor? I'm ready.
Of course.
Thank
I
you.
lower his visor.
Thank you. Let's go forward.
I Locate Creature, Displace the Beast, Neil.
Stay vigilant, friends. These beasts are quite a nuisance.
Okay, you locate creature.
Displace your beast.
What's the range on that?
A million.
One turn. Oops, no. 50 yard per level. So
50 yards per level.
yeah, times 7.
So that's 150 feet times 7. That's 700. That's 1,050 feet. Okay. You cast Detect Creature, and you start turning around and focusing and thinking, where are these creatures? Where are these creatures? And all of a sudden you get a ping on your Displace your Beast star.
I
radar.
point that way and I say, they're this way. And they are there.
Please.
Beware.
Yeah. Don't walk in front. Or actually, that's all said like this. Don't walk in front, where you'll die.
I will not walk in front.
Do we
You
see
are-
anything when she points the direction?
No, you just see woods in front of you.
We're in a clearing of sorts, though, right? We're not like amidst the trees.
You are just outside the edge of the forest.
All right.
You know,
Friends, stick together. Do not separate. These things like to hunt individuals. They will get you if you go away.
Yeah. Just stay behind me. We'll be good. We'll be good.
I've got my
Let's go.
shield up and I've hefted my axe.
Yeah, I've
short
got my
and
shield up
up by-
completely in front of me as well now. And
Okay.
I'm like slowly moving forward.
All right, you guys are slowly moving forward. Jen, you have your spell going. You every now and again you stop and focus. Like they're over there now. You get the
Yeah.
impression that they are moving westward.
They are
They're
moving
moving
west.
westward.
Okay.
Yeah, we turn westward.
Okay, so you guys, after Jen, give me an intelligence check. Actually,
Excellent.
I am quite intelligent. 33.
all right. You successfully are able to kind of predict their speed and distance from you, and you set off with the party to cut them off in front, so you're not just like trailing behind them forever. Yeah. You proceed forward, and eventually you hear or see in front of you these 5 midnight blue creatures that look like panthers, except for the fact that they have these long, scrawny. They look like tails coming off the shoulders that end in these. I don't know, what is this, like 2 foot long pads filled with spikes on one end, and then off of that comes like a tail that connects down to its shoulder blade. And you see 5 of these creatures, like crawling or slowly navigating through the woods, looking around left and right. You do get the drop on them. You spot them before they spot you.
Marius, please.
Yeah, I'm already-
Wait, hold on. So let's do it. Let's do it in sequence. Can someone grab the crossbow off my back and hand it to
Hang
me?
on. Let me get us a little bit more prepared
Feels
for this
gone.
battle.
I'm right here.
I'm
Okay.
going to cast Bless on the group.
Okay. You throw down a bless
So we all get +1 to our attack.
to your attacks and your saves against fear.
I'm gonna pretend
I
it's
open
the
my hands
Halo
up to the
music.
group and go.
Okay. And then I would assume someone hands me my heavy crossbow, and I sit there and like take a long gaze. I'm like, Marius, are you ready?
As soon
I nod.
as we say that we're ready, I'm gonna cast
Jasper.
Flaming Sphere on them.
Hang on, Neil. I'm going to prepare the spell. No, I'm not gonna. I just hold my weapons ready.
Marius, on 3. Actually, let's go on go. Sometime. Okay, ready? Go.
So, can I cast?
All right.
Can I cast
so I
Flaming
guess we
Sphere on them?
wait. I think
Ready?
Neil's dropped. I think Neil's dropped.
Neil
Hold on.
dropped, but yeah, I know what our roll is. Just roll whatever you. Actually, I don't know if we get surprise.
I
So-
need
Hang
to
on.
talk to him about.
I think he
being
said
on
we
the
get
need
one
Neil here.
reaction, but yeah.
Okay,
We need Neil here.
that's true.
Come back to us, Neil, please. I'm sorry. I'm sorry we're about to kill your displacer beast.
Yeah, I'm really sorry, Neil.
Let's just tell him they're all dead when he gets back.
Neil, we did it. They're all dead.
Man, I still have 11 HP. I'm so fucked.
Oh, he says Skype crash, go to break. So yeah, let's just take the break real quick.
Actually,
and-
okay, that works out. Yeah, because we're 2 or 3 minutes, so let's just take our break. We'll come back, and it's better because if you're going to
All
start
of a sudden,
fight
we
now-
attack the displacer beasts. What will happen